now that I have children. I want my sons to learn proper speech. I know they listen to me when I stutter. I don't want to teach them all the stuttering things that I did. I see how much my young son imitates me, how I say a phrase and then he says the exact same phrase. He will just copy me. So I can see how he's learning how to speak. When I first got hired, I couldn't say my name. I'm entrepreneurial in and development. It was good, challenging for sure. There's a lot of correcting, which I'm not used to. I'm not used to being corrected because a lot of people just let me do my thing. People never correct me when I'm speaking, so that was a challenge. That was hard to hear, I guess, but that's what I need. I feel like I'm speaking like I speak when I'm talking to myself, only in front of another person. I don't ever talk this clear to someone else. I talk like this when I'm by myself, talking to myself like a crazy person. Then I can talk, no problem. On day number 2, I feel like I made a lot more progress today, and I'm feeling more comfortable. I'm excited to make some phone calls that I was having trouble making. I always avoided phone calls. So I made lots of phone calls, and a lot of them were very good.
Hi there. Can you hear me now? Okay, I have a quick question. I want to order a pizza for 20 people. How many pizzas would you recommend for that? Yeah, how many pizzas would you recommend for 20 people? 8 pizzas for 20, yeah, okay. 8 extra large for 20 people. Okay, and how much is an extra large there? 22 for an extra large. And do you have gluten-free by any chance? Okay, you only have one crust. Okay, I gotta go. Okay, thanks, bye. There you go. Hello? Hello? Yes. Hello? Hi. I am okay, how are you? Yeah. Thursday, July the 15th, right? At 9 a.m. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Bye.
It felt nice to speak to people on the phone that I would never speak to on the phone. I would never call these people. I would text them. It was nice to feel the freedom to speak on the phone to people. And then I felt even more comfortable speaking to my wife at home. I went to Costco. I needed a tank of propane, and while I was standing in line, I spoke to the person in front of me. Again, I would never talk to the guy in front of me in the line. Hey, what's happening here? They have a new way to pay for propane at Costco. It used to be a flat rate, and now they pay per liter. And that was new. So I asked him, how does it work here now?
and I looked him in the eye and I didn't turn away and look up into the sky. I spoke with him. It was a very short conversation, but it was a challenge that you asked me to work on, so I did that. And then this morning, I was having trouble with a website of mine, and I phoned the helpline and I talked to the guy because I couldn't log in to my webpage, and he asked me for my personal identification number. We call it social insurance number in Canada, and I didn't put any words in front of it like I usually would. I always put a word in front of something that I think I will struggle with. I say, or my number is, and then pause. I just said without some kind of complication, without some kind of stutter. I did that this morning too. That's it. I think that was a lot. That was tons. That was so much speech work. I even pushed harder than I wanted to.
My parents took me to speech therapy when I was young, maybe 5, maybe under 5, I don't know. She had me saying words that I struggled with. If it was an S sound, she would have me saying an S sound, like 100 words that begin with S. I had a few speech therapists off and on in my life. Then I went to one as an adult as well, at about 24, I think. My speech was progressively worse, so I wanted to go to school for my apprenticeship, and I would be away at school in another city, 6 hours away from Winnipeg where I live, and I knew this would be challenging. I wouldn't know anyone there. It was the most intimidating experience I ever was anticipating, because I had avoided that situation where I would be alone in a place with a group of people that I never met before. Obviously, that's hard for a person who, at that time, I couldn't say my name. That was the hardest word on the planet. But that's the last time I saw a speech therapist, and the last time I really chose to work or try to work on my speech. It's a long time ago. So I just went about my life making all my mistakes and getting stuck wherever I would, and here I am. And now that I have children, I want my sons to learn proper speech. I know they listen to me when I stutter. I don't want to teach them all the stuttering things that I did. I see how much my young son imitates me, how I say a phrase and then he says the exact same phrase. He will just copy me. So I can see how he's learning how to speak. I had a lot of new ideas about what to do with my tongue and my ears to hear what I was saying. I'd never heard of that before. I'd like to say thank you, Anna, for all your help. You introduced me to a new concept, new ways of speaking. I have a lot of work to do, but I believe that I can do it.